Good evening. In the news for tonight, His Majesty King Abdullah stresses Jordan's unwavering support to the Palestinians in gaining their full legitimate rights during a meeting with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas. His Majesty the King calls for intensifying Arab and international efforts to ensure the Gaza ceasefire holds. And the Jordanian Hashemite charity organization is preparing 7,000 tents to be sent to the Gaza Strip. Those are the headlines, and now for the news in detail. His Majesty King Abdullah II, at a meeting with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas, stressed the need to reach a just and comprehensive peace on the basis of the two-state solution, leading to the establishment of an independent Palestinian state on the borders of June 4th, 1967. With East Jerusalem as its capital. During the meeting held at Al-Husainiya Palace and attended by His Royal Highness Crown Prince Al-Hussein, His Majesty stressed Jordan's unwavering support to the Palestinians in gaining their full legitimate rights. The King underscored the need to stop settlement activities, expressing rejection of any attempts to annex land or displace Palestinians in Gaza and the West Bank, calling for supporting the steadfastness of Palestinians on their lands. His Majesty pointed to Jordan's close coordination with Arab and friendly countries in dealing with regional issues as well as reaching calm in the region. The King renewed the call to maintain the Gaza ceasefire and maximize the delivery of humanitarian aid to all parts of the Strip. For his part, President Abbas commended Jordan's steady position led by His Majesty in supporting the Palestinian cause and Palestinian steadfastness on their lands as well as their legitimate rights. His Majesty King Abdullah held talks with German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier covering bilateral relations and regional developments. The bilateral talks, which were followed by an expanded meeting at Al-Husainiya Palace, attended by His Royal Highness Crown Prince Al-Hussein, focused on means to enhance the solid partnership between the two countries. His Majesty said there are many opportunities that can be further explored between the two countries and how they can work together to bring peace, solidarity and prosperity to the Middle East. For his part, the German president highlighted the close cooperation between Jordan and Germany, noting that his country works with Jordan to deliver humanitarian aid to the Gaza Strip. His Majesty King Abdullah and Qatar Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani in a phone call discussed current developments, especially in Gaza, the West Bank and Syria. His Majesty stressed the need to put a stop to settlement activities, expressing rejection of any attempts to annex land or displace the Palestinians in Gaza and the West Bank, calling for ensuring Palestinian steadfastness on their land. The King called for Palestinian unity and stepping up Arab and international efforts to ensure the Gaza ceasefire holds and bolster the humanitarian response in the Gaza Strip. The calls also covered the importance of supporting the Syrian people and efforts to maintain Syria's unity, sovereignty, and stability. His Majesty King Abdullah II and Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, the Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia, in a phone call on Wednesday, discussed the latest regional developments, especially the dangerous situation in Gaza. His Majesty stressed the need to stop settlement activities, expressing rejection of any attempts to annex land or displace Palestinians in Gaza and the West Bank. The King also called for stepping up Arab and international efforts to support Palestinians in gaining their legitimate rights and bolster their steadfastness on their land as well as maintain the Gaza ceasefire. The Jordanian Hashemite charity organization has begun preparing 7,000 tents to be sent to the Gaza Strip as part of its ongoing humanitarian aid to support the Palestinians in the war-torn enclave. The organization said tents will contribute to providing temporary shelter for those affected in Gaza, whose homes were destroyed as a result of Israel's war on the Strip. It added that work is underway to dispatch the tents as soon as possible. That's the end of our news for tonight. Thank you for watching.